Hey, Jordan.
How you doing? How you doing?
How's the communication between you and Fletcher working up front? How's that going? How's the communication between you and Fletcher going on right now up front?
I mean, it's always been open. You know, whether it's a learning point, a coaching point, or something we need to do on the play that we're getting ready to line up on, it's always open. That's one thing we pride ourselves on. If we don't have communication, we work on it. That's the whole defense. That's not even just me and Fletch. That's something that we try to actively do, actively listen, and then just work on it.
How to go out there today? How you guys think you did defensively? How do you think you did defensively?
I mean, good. I mean, anytime you get to practice against a team, it's one of the best times of the year is joint practice. Obviously, they have a great squad, but you know, it's just working on us. It's not about them. It's about us, what we do. We're just going against a different scheme, a different offense, and different people.
We're seeing you a lot in four-man fronts this summer. What's that been like for you, and how comfortable do you feel there?
I'm comfortable. I mean, obviously, we're still working on it, as everybody else. But I mean, whether it's 3 down, 4 down, doesn't matter. It's just all about the scheme and how we work on it.
Things you have to are there steps to learning how to play in those different fronts?
Not really. I mean, I've been doing it since Georgia, or since high school, really. So, you know, it's just different terminologies, different schemes, maybe. But it's just little things like, you know, picking up on words and then getting everything and then getting it down pat.
Do you get a better feel for where you are personally when you face different teams to get used to your own teammates?
Yeah. I mean, it's always a good gauge. You know, you can go against your own guys and beat them up and everything, but when you go against another team, you get to see how you compare. Obviously, we're playing different people during the season, so that's like another standpoint that we look at it. But also, it's just another opportunity just to get better. I mean, you know, they have a different, like I said, they have a different offense, different scheme, different OC, so, you know, you're not getting the same plays every day. You're not getting the same scheme, so whatever they draw up, that's what we have to do to adjust. That's what joint practice is about, just adjusting and getting ready.
Jordan, when you look at the tape now as compared to a year ago of your play on the field, what are the things that you see differently that have been much improved?
Confidence. I say confidence. A year ago, I mean, I say even now, but a year ago I was kind of like doubting myself. You know, obviously, you know, I made it this far for a reason, but it's just one of those things where you keep second guessing yourself, and especially after the injury, I was always second guessing myself. But now, going into this role, being in a more leadership role, I'm starting to gain more confidence for me and myself and then for everybody else. So I love you too, Joe. And so everything that we do, man, it's just going in there 100%, knowing that I can do it, we can do it together. So I'd say confidence is the biggest thing.
What were you second guessing? Was it like your assignments or your ability or what?
Ability. You know, you coming up on the biggest stage of your life. I mean, this is the grandest stage in football. So, you know, obviously, you know, a lot of people, not only myself, have imposter syndrome. So just knowing that you're here for a reason, they picked you for a reason, you're here to stay. And, you know, you just do whatever you can to get better. And, you know, you just prepare your best and then let everything take care of the rest.
How do you see that confidence when you watch a practice tape?
I mean, you can see it on the tape. When I watch practice, you know, I'm more sure. I'm not really like hesitant off the ball. I'm taking that first step, taking my gather step. So it's just little things like that. Just, you know, it could be like seconds, milliseconds of difference. But in this game, milliseconds add up. So.
How do you think you turn that corner, that confidence corner? Is it just more comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you've been here, I mean, shoot, when you were a reporter your first year, you know, you had, you know, it was a lot of stuff you had to get used to and get adjusted to. So now, I mean, you're a pro at it. So it's just like, just little stuff like that. As you go along, more experience. I mean, you look at guys like Fletch, man, this thing is like the back of the hand to him. So anytime that I can gain more experience, and the more experience I gain throughout these years, however long I play, it's just more and more confidence that grows. What
have you guys said to Jalen Carter about his one snap from the game the other night?
I mean, we all know that, man. I ain't got to say nothing to that man. He knows what he could do. It's just good to see him out there, and I'm glad that he's on our side.
We hear Fletch talk so much about being a leader. You just kind of went through all the rookie struggles last year. Are you able to kind of impart some knowledge on the rookies this year? Yeah,
of course. I mean, anything they need, I got them. That's from me, first year, second year, it doesn't matter. But just knowing that, you know, that they have somebody that they could call on whenever, somebody that they can rely on, somebody that they know and they trust, makes a world of difference to them. And it just makes me feel good just being able to be there for them because, you know, those are my brothers.
Your relationship with Jalen is well known, your past at Georgia. How does that translate to you guys working on your game behind the scenes?
Just little stuff like, man, me, Jalen, We'd be after practice, be in the weight room after lift, just little stuff we could do to work on our technique. And it's not even just me and Jalen. That's like some of the D-line. Like I know Street, he be out there, we doing extra stuff. So it's just little stuff, man. It's like, that's what it takes to really be, you know, elite in this level. It's just doing the extra things, being a pro at everything that you do. So I'm still learning it myself. I'm getting better at it, and I'm just trying to bring Jalen along. He's doing a great job. I'm proud of him, and the sky's the limit for both of us.
Oh, man. How everybody doing today?
Good.
Good? Good, good.
How's your health?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Doing good, real good.
Feel better?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What was it like going out there today against people who were in the same unit?
Oh man, it was excellent, you know. Especially for our starters, you could feel the energy as we was coming out, getting ready. You know, a lot of guys were excited, mainly because it was our first time as starters, getting ready to go against different players in a different jersey. So it was amazing, you know. Felt good. Just can't wait to get out here tomorrow.
For you, what is the value of these practices? There's a lot you can learn. Even Sean Desai said it's kind of an evaluation for you.
Yes, you for me personally, it's just to go out there and see what I could tweak in my game, you know, see what I need to do differently in my technique, you know, what I need to brush up on, and continue to get better on heading in towards the season.
What's it like in a preseason game when you know you're not playing? Like, what's that whole day like?
Man, it's crazy, you know, because you get out there, you stand on the sidelines, you watching all these young guys make all kinds of great plays, see the fans, you know, in the stands, and all you just sitting there like, I can't wait. I can't wait for the season, you know. I can't wait for my time to get out there in front of the fans and get the ball as well. But it's good, though, you know. You get out there, get to watch the young guys who you've been around all camp working hard with, and just get to see how they have been progressing.
Which of those players were you most excited to see, and how did they play?
Oh, man, all of them, because, you know, I remember when I was a rookie, you know. I remember when I was a young guy and I was playing in preseason trying to get my opportunity to get on the field, and I know that's the same thing for them. So I was excited for all of them. We come in, we work hard day in and day out, you know, so I was happy and excited to watch each and every one of them play.
What do you stand from Jalen Carter and the ability to line him up into different spots and pick him up?
Man, just the way he moves, you know, to be his size, as fluid as he is, you know, as light as he is on his feet, jabbing, moving around guys, you know. I mean, we all seen that Baltimore play when he was in. He's been having an amazing camp, and, man, I'm glad he's here. I know he could help us.
You spoke to us last time about Nolan Smith. You spoke to us last time about Nolan Smith. We hear teammates are calling him Mini Haason. What's he have to do to get near your level?
Just continue to progress. That's all. You know, he's young. Man, the kid's a sponge. He asks questions. You know, he's watching. He's learning. He's another guy who's been having a good camp. But just continue to learn. I say that for everybody because no matter how long you've played this game, there's always something that you can learn and always something that you can get better at.
What do you make of?
You guys watched that Jalen Carter play?
Yes, we did.
What was the reaction?
Just a lot of energy, you know, because we lost a great pass rusher in Hargrave, and just to see that how closely he moves like Grave, doing some of the same things, and just his intensity. Like, he's a dog. He goes out there, he plays hard. So everybody's excited for that.
What's the excitement for you? Because now teams see that on film, right? They go, we can't single it, or we got to at least think about it before we do. Then it's got to open some things up there.
You know, with our D-line, man, I feel like there's nobody that you could continually double. You know, we have great pass rushers. Our depth is crazy. We know that. Our depth is crazy. That's something that we take pride in. You know, we call it 1A and 1B because even when 1A come out, 1B come in, and they're still one. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and they can pass rush and play the game just as well.
What message did you have for Sean Bradley?
Sean Bradley, I just told him to keep his head up. You know, Sean was a guy that was, you know, looking to do big things this season. Unfortunate for what happened for him, and I'm keeping him in my prayers, but I just told him to keep his head up. He's a warrior. I know that personally from my years with him at Temple, and I told him, you know, keep your head up, continue to pray. You'll get over this hump, that I'm sure of.
You had to pick one guy on the team that has a big season. What would you say?
One guy on the team. Man, because I came home last year, and this is a guy that I also got to watch a little bit when I was at Temple. I'm gonna go with Swift, man. Electrifying, you know, he's electrifying. Make some crazy plays last week as well. Like I said, I've been watching for a while. Even got to play against him last year in that first game, and you know, when I found out that he was coming here, I was happy for him. I know what it's like to be at home. You know, I know what that brings, and man, already he's showing us that he's ready to go and that he can be a big help for us as well.
You're coming off quite the season last year, obviously, Haason. You said there's always room for improvement. Mm-hmm. Did you have one or two things you wanted to focus on that said, man, I want to get better at this?
Just little things, little minute things that I seen in my game that I could always, you know, maybe it's bringing up a rip when I'm on pass rush. You know, just continue to look at things that I could find to be better at. Like I said earlier, you know, no matter how much you play this game, you don't know it all. You don't play perfect all the time, if ever. You know, so I'm going to continue to try to strive for that, continue to try to get better in each and every way.
What do you make of the Mini Haason nickname for Nolan?
Oh, man, I love it, man. You know, just even when he was coming in, he was like, man, you know, I'm here to watch you, man. I'm here to learn from you. Like, I'm excited to have this opportunity to be able to learn from you. I remember when I was that guy. You know, I remember when I was a young guy coming into the league and watching Von Miller tape, learning from Chandler Jones back when I was on the Cardinals, having guys like that to look up to. It gives you something to strive towards. And, you know, I'm excited that I've worked hard enough to be able to be that for somebody else, let alone somebody on my team.
If he was 5, 10 years older, do you think they would have tried to move him from edge rusher?
Say it one more time.
If he was 5 or 10 years older coming into the league when you did, do you think they would have tried to move him away from edge rusher?
Oh, man. More than likely, but, you know, who knows? The game continues to progress and get innovative every year, you know, so who knows? I would just have hope that they would have put him in a position where getting on the field works to his strengths. The things that he do on the field works to his strengths and the abilities that they saw him do in college.
We'll take 2 more.
You said that you know what it's like to come home and everything that comes with that. And speaking about the under, what is that feeling like?
Man, it's a different sense of pride that you take. You know, it's like I'm home in front of my city. The last thing that I want to do is let them down. You know, you want to try to do everything the correct way. And I just know that, I just know what that energy brings. You know, first time walking in the link for me was crazy. I talked to him that same day, you know, when we had our night practice in the link. And he was like, yo, this is wild. Like, I just know what it meant for him. I could see it in his face that he was excited to be home and ready to play ball.
You've been in the league now for a while. You've been in the league now for a while now. If you get a chance to talk to the younger side, what advice would you give him to somebody else?
Man, just continue to work and never be content with anything. That was the mindset that I had. I started to grasp a little bit in my later years while I was with the Cardinals, something that I didn't have with me when I was first there. And, man, it was kind of like a make-or-break situation where I wavered a little bit. But, you know, I continued to dig deep in my faith. I continued to go out there every day, giving my all. And when I finally got the opportunity to get back on the edge, I took full advantage of it. So for me, it's just never be content. Continue to work hard, have your head down, and continue to go. One step in front of the other.
Oh, I just got a little rattled. It was nothing though. Yeah, just got a little dizzy.
What was it like to go up against guys that are marquee teammates in practice?
Oh, it was good. I mean, you know, I was ready to play against somebody else. You know, we all got better. We can do stuff better. We just got to get better with the communication and everything. But I still think today we got better. It was fun too. So.
Jordan was just talking to us about his confidence a little bit and how much he's grown in that area. Do you guys see that from him?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's taking on, you know, that role he's, you know, in now. You know, being a starter and stuff like that. I think he's maturing a lot, and I think he's doing exactly what he needs to do, progressing every day.
it all happens at different times for different guys. When do you think the light bulb went on for you and you were able to feel comfortable in adapting to the scheme?
Shoot, maybe took me like 3 years. Yeah, I mean, once they started putting me out there to play, you know, it started to click. It's pretty much natural to me now.
Where are you when it comes sort of to that line of being a young player versus leader? You still got Fletch and BG here, but you're one of those guys now. You sort of take on that mantleship of leadership.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm just growing into a role, you know, other than just being a player. You know, a lot of guys want to hear from me and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm starting to be a little bit more vocal and, you know, just, like I said, taking on that role. I'm excited for it.
When did you feel like you were that guy to do that?
I mean, I know I've been, you know, that guy, but I've been in a shell, but, you know, now it's a little bit more natural. You know, I'm more comfortable with a lot more people on the team and stuff. I can talk to them, they can talk to me, so, I mean, why not? It's easy now.
So Nolan Smith told us that story of in the middle of the night, we were saying what we're doing up, and he was watching film. Is that something you would have done back then?
Oh, watching film at night?
Like 4 a.m. he said. He said, what were you doing?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be up at 4 a.m. I ain't gonna lie to you, but nah, that ain't me. I'm watching it, then I'm going to sleep. I can't have that on my mind.
You played for Jim for a couple of years, Jim Schwartz for a couple of years. What does he bring? What do you feel like he's going to bring to Cleveland for that defensive line? And what do you remember from your experiences with him?
Oh, shoot, I still do the same thing. It's just attack, get off the ball. I remember he always told me, you know, if you hesitate again, I'm gonna have to get you up out of here. So ever since then, I'm just, you know, going. So yeah, we still do the same thing. It's an attack defense. It's got me where I am today.
Are there elements of your game that you feel like are underappreciated? I mean, you've been to a Pro Bowl, you've had double-digit sacks, but are there elements of your game that you feel like that people aren't truly appreciating out there?
No. Am I appreciated? No. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's another year. I'll be there. I'm just working towards it. But right now, it is what it is.
Josh, I've watched you guys all summer. You didn't pick one guy on the team that's had a big year.
Milton Williams. He a dog, man. He just working. He just, you know what I mean? He got that chip, and he just, you know, that's just what I see. I see Milton.
Take two more for Josh.
Josh, second year you practiced against the Browns. What kind of challenges to the pretty good offensive line? What sort of challenges do they present?
I mean, I think the biggest challenge is just seeing, you know, new sets and stuff like that. But, I mean, we were prepared. We watched film and stuff. But they're a lot different from the guys we play. So, just a different look. That's it. That's really it.
You picked Milton because he's got that chip on his shoulder. Do you still have it? Is that why you kind of, relate to Milton?
Yeah. I mean, and that's probably why, you know, I can relate to him so much. It's just, I know how it is being early and something always thrown your direction. You gotta overcome it, and I see it coming for him.